I got my first hearing aids about 25 years ago. Doing the math, yes. About 25 years ago. And they rocked my world, even the first set of hearing aids. But what has been truly amazing is that the technology has gotten so much better. I've gone from the early situation where I could never hear anybody behind me, and my kids totally took advantage of that, by the way. They love to do stuff behind my face, to much better noise control. So initially they amplified really well, but I'd have a hard time, really hard time. My kids played ice hockey. With the noise and the acoustics of a big rink, I can hear things in restaurants. That has gotten so much better to the point now where I can actually sit in a restaurant, turn them into restaurant mode, which turns on those front microphones and dampens the noise around me and makes it really possible for me to go out to eat. I'm not nearly as afraid of doing that anymore.
I met Mrs. Young a couple months back, and she came in for just her updated hearing test every year, and when she came in this time, she was ready to upgrade her hearing aids at that time. She was using pretty old technology. It was about 5 or 6 years old, so we had talked about the new advancements with the new technology and how she can still get the powerful hearing aid that goes behind her ear with the ear mold, but now it has direct streaming with Bluetooth. It's rechargeable, and the battery life for everyday use is very long. So she was just very excited to get some new hearing aids and try out the new technology.
Dr. Wilcox has been so terrific. I've been able to talk to her very honestly about some things. One thing that I asked her about, some of the drawbacks of hearing aids. Like, one of the things that's been a struggle for me is that I can't wear, I haven't been able to wear them for like water sports and things like that. So talking to her about those kinds of issues, and she's come up with some good suggestions and some good solutions to work around some of the limitations of hearing aids for that. I've also been amazed this time working with her with my latest pair of hearing aids. There's technology and the tools that she have incredibly improved. After I got these new hearing aids and kind of got used to them for a couple of weeks, she used this system on me that put some microphones in and tested them with different sounds, and actually allowed her to tweak the way that the hearing aids are working. And I just, as soon as she took them off and turned the hearing aids back on, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like you just like 100% improve the clarity of everything that I'm hearing. I went home and said to my husband, talk to me. I'm like, I can hear you. I can hear you. You're not even, he doesn't have to raise his voice. And it's just, she just does a really great job. She's very sensitive. She listens. I don't feel like the appointment is like I've got a time limit. I feel like I can sit there and talk to her about how things are working for me, and she's encouraging me to do that and to find solutions for anything that isn't working quite right. She wants me to come back again in a couple weeks. It's like, okay, try the way we've settled it now, and then come back again and let's talk about it. There may be some things we can tweak more. I'm amazed. It's, this day and age, a lot of times you go to the doctor and you feel like, they're on a schedule. They've got, they can only spend 10.2 minutes with you or whatever. I never feel that here.
When patients are coming in to upgrade their hearing aids, they're usually just looking at the features that come with the new hearing aids, such as Bluetooth, which is awesome. But what can often get forgotten about is the quality of the hearing aids. Each time they come out with new hearing aids, there's more advancements in signal processing, which will provide better sound quality and clarity, and performance and background noise, which is always extremely helpful for everybody.
For anyone who's got older hearing aids, I would definitely say, this is what I've always told myself. The most impactful thing that I can spend my money on in my entire world is my health. Hearing aids in particular, if you don't have good hearing, you feel like you're cut off from the world, you're cut off socially. A lot of your enjoyment of life is limited. When I had my older hearing aids, I was afraid often to venture out of the house. I was afraid to start a new job. I was afraid of so many things. Now, with my current hearing aids, they're so powerful and they're so smart that they allow me to operate in just about any environment. I've got control with my app of anything. If I'm not hearing well, I can fiddle with it and make it better so possible to hear well. They have devices like remote microphones that you can use. I used one of those in a customer service position when I was having a hard time hearing customers in a noisy environment, that I could put the microphone in front of me and they, so it's picking up their voice and sending it right to me. It allowed me to continue in a job that I loved for a while. So I guess I would say to anybody who's wondering, should I get a new one? Should I get these new devices? My theory all along has been, I'm not about pride with my hearing aids. I wear the big behind the ear ones because I want the best technology I could get. And when she talks about the options, you could go this, or the full featured, I'm like, what does the full featured cost? Because I know I sound like I'm some kind of a salesman, but honestly, what else would I spend money on that matters more? A brand new car is not nearly as enjoyable and important to my love of life than being able to hear my kids, everything that they say, even the quiet things behind me, and to be able to hear my grandma, and to be able to work in any job that I want and not be afraid of going to the restaurant or whatever. It's worth every penny to me.
When somebody goes from an old hearing aid technology to their new hearing aid technology, the difference is typically night and day. The new hearing aid technology is going to provide you just overall better sound quality, clarity. It's going to give you more sound awareness. It's going to allow you to have your conversations with your friends and family and just not miss out on the little things, which is what's most important. So if you are someone who is interested in upgrading your hearing aid technology, or maybe even getting your first hearing aid, please visit our website at hearingdoctors.com.